everybody. So it's day 4. And is it day 4? It's day 3. Oh my God. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's Wednesday. Hi, it's Wednesday. It's day 3. Another amazing day. Tina. Okay, what we eat. So for breakfast, well, breakfast comes later. First, we get up and we meet at 5:45, and we have a shake, which is basically protein powder, like a chocolate, smoothie thing with ice and a banana. That gets us going. And then we go to the gym, and we do literally kind of CrossFit sessions for like an hour. And then, let's see, I'm going to get my schedule out here. It's called Rise and Shine Training. It's really misleading. I thought that was going to be like yoga or stretching, but it's full-on boot camp crazy. And then we go to the gym, which is the name of the gym, which is really nice. And that's when we get breakfast. So we get breakfast at let's see here, 7:30. And today breakfast was, steel cut oats. You could put on apples and bananas. And there was coconut, which is a fat. There was hemp, which I think is fiber. Ground flaxseed, which is fiber and I think protein, right? And chia. And so the goal is that at every meal you have to have that protein carb kind of balance. So anyway, that was our breakfast, and I couldn't even finish it. It was probably a cup, and it was too much. Then we did cardio for, 45 minutes. Straight interval training. So it was pick 3 machines, do 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, start over, 5, 5, 5. And it was like a machine that you are okay on, a machine you're like not so happy about, and a machine you hate. And every time you went onto those machines, you had to increase your progression. So it was getting harder and harder. So that's 45 minutes. We get a snack. The snack is 1 orange or apple. The protein, that's our carb. The protein is either 8 almonds or I think 15 pistachios or cheese stick. And that's it. So I'm clearly overeating on my snack. So we had our snack, and then we did water aerobics. Oh my gosh, so much harder than I thought. And I laughed and I said, I will never make fun of old people in the pool doing water aerobics again. It was crazy hard, and it looks so easy and silly, and it's not. So, especially when you can't get any footing on the bottom of the pool, you can just slip it around. It's kind of counterproductive. Anyway, so then lunch, I can't even tell you what lunch was. Oh, lunch was fish tacos, but it was trout, the tiny corn tortillas, and a black bean corn potato relish that was cold. I have lots of Cholula sauce on hand, but we're limited to 1,500 calories a day. Dinner tonight was zucchini noodles with a curly, spiral thing, and they were sauteed with some onions and green peppers, and then there was a lot of chopped up basil and garlic, so it had that kind of pesto flavor, and just a tiny, I think my piece of chicken was about that big, so smaller than my palm, probably about that much of my palm. Tonight, just a roasted chicken breast. And that's it. Tons of water. I'm probably doing 3 to 4 liters a day, maybe 5. Yeah, and tomorrow, and then, so we come back from the hike. Sorry. So I jumped ahead. So after lunch, we get in the van, and they drove us probably 45 minutes up the hill, up into the mountain range, and we went on a big hike. And they basically park, and you hike up for an hour, and there's a set time, and then you turn around and you come back down. So up for an hour, down for 30 minutes. Then you come home, you've, got whatever time is left before 5 o'clock, and at 5 we do kind of a restorative yoga. Then dinner's at 6:30. And here I am. And that's my day. And then I'm usually in bed by 8:30. So that's my day. People here are crazy nice, and everybody's working really, really hard. I'm trying to think. There's a a man who brought his brother and sister, so a family of three. Um, I'm kind of right in the middle of the age range. There's some in their 30s, early 30s. There's, I think, a guy in his later 30s. And then there's definitely a chunk that's older. So it's all, I'm just smack in the middle. The hardest thing today, and the thing that I was most aware of today, and it's kind of creeping in, is this idea that a week ago I was in Idaho. I'm going to show you a picture. With Mike, hanging out, having a good time. We're on the dock at the yacht club. I had a nice little gin and tonic, and see, here we are in Idaho. Hi, honey. And all of a sudden, here I am in this weird alternate reality where I'm getting fed. I don't have to cook. Someone's doing my laundry. I just wake up and make sure I have water all day. I mean, it's really bizarre. And, Sadie's just up the road at school, so that's kind of weird. But this idea that I've done, I guess, nothing for far too long. And now all of a sudden I'm putting my body through these paces that are so demanding. I don't even know how I'm surviving. I look at the schedule and I just go, how do you work out for what, 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day? It's crazy. So it just keeps coming back, like this feeling of gratefulness and what a blessing it is. And I'm kind of wrestling with, how did I get this far? How did I end up in incline so unjoyful, so unhappy? How did I let this happen? I'm kind of beating myself up a little bit. So the grateful piece comes in because I'm shocked that I'm able to do as much as I'm able to do, as well as I'm able to do it. It doesn't feel unfamiliar. It's always uncomfortable, but I get through it, which makes me really have to examine my ability and capability, and kind of what I've been allowing as just a bad habit, and I don't know, and just a way of living. And it's not really living at all. It's been surviving. So I'm starting to I get why people talk about this as such a cathartic experience, because it's been 3 days and I'm already starting down this path of realization and the things that I'm going to have to keep working on. And there's a big piece of this that's clearly the diet and the exercise, and you're exhausted at the end of the day and you're in bed at 8:30 and you're up at 5. But then there's this, I know it's coming, this whole psychological piece where it's going to have to start tipping over, and I'm going to have to start looking into things that have probably been ignored for far too long and that are probably incredibly uncomfortable. But that's why I'm here. So I have to kind of get into the nitty gritty on a whole nother level. So I'm going to cut myself some slack. In yoga tonight, it was all about being kind and compassionate, and that turning that onto yourself, which I find so hard to do. It's hard for me to think about myself the same way I think about others, and the way I try to take care of others and my friends and my family, and I know I don't take care of myself the same way. And so I've got to re-examine and rework all of those things, and it's going to take some digging and effort. And so it's good that I have 3 weeks. So, okay, that's it for today. Day 3 over. I do really appreciate, oh, my phone's blowing up. I really appreciate all your texts and emails, and thank you for caring and letting me know that I'm important to you. It means a lot. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.